Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. And in this video, we are going to be putting the new Edge Mustang on the scales. We are going to be weighing how much my cam and Procharged 99 Mustang GT is. Now, after going ahead and dragging the car, I am beyond impressed with the performance. So far, it has exceeded my expectations, but, this is a very big but, I do think the car is technically on the heavier side. I know the new Edges really are not heavy cars at all. They're actually one of the lighter Mustangs, but I personally think this car is around the 3,400 pound range, which is actually pretty heavy because my last new Edge was only 3,220 and it did not have a K-member, and also it was only on half a drag pack. This car has a K-member. It does have the heavier 5.4 and it is on the rep wheels, which I know are boat anchors, but I'm still curious to see how much this car really weighs. Now, as you guys can see, this car pretty much is a full weight car. The only thing I do not have is the passenger seat, but I use that as trunk space for groceries, trunk space, and also the seats that are in the car right now are actually S197 seats, and they don't really fit well. Like, they actually spill out on the sides. You can see here that it's not really in properly, and I mean, and the seat belt does this because there isn't any provision to hold it. So these gotta go. These are actually incredibly heavy. They are heavier than my original, you know, 99 to 04 Mustang seats I had in my white new Edge. So I'm really curious to see how much this car weighs. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Like I said, it's a full weight car, minus the passenger seat, and it is on these heavy ass rep wheels, which I know are boat anchors. I'm actually kind of nervous to weigh it because technically the heavier the better, because the car is performing quite well. But if this thing weighs like over 3,400 pounds, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so let's go ahead and get a cold start. Loud ass fuel pump. Luckily, there's one actually that's not too crazy far away. When I used to live on the other side of town, I'd have to drive like 30 minutes, 35 minutes to get there. This time it's not that bad, so far I think I made the right decision moving to where I did, because everything seems to be a little bit closer together, at least the places that I like to go to and where, you know, I need to be around. Everything is pretty much closer together, which is nice. Internet's a lot faster too, which is awesome. For sure needed that. Probably gonna roll up my nobody has cleaned up that debris on the road in like a week. Like that shit has been there for like a week and nobody has picked it up. Like that's kind of insane. Like literally it was like, fuck dude, it was in the 50s yesterday and now it's like back in the 80s, which in all reality, you know, I'm cool with it being, you know, in the 80s during the day and like 50s at night. And that's really good because during the day obviously you can walk around with like shorts and a t-shirt on, and then at night when you want to go ahead and cruise the car, you know, it's perfect weather to go cruise the car without, you know, freezing your ass off. I wonder if we're gonna get a cold front like we did last year, where it was like, or technically I think that was actually the beginning of this year, where it was like literally like 20 degrees. And I'm gonna tell you guys this right now, I'm from up north, I'm from Chicago, and 20 degrees in Houston is like negative.
Use the second lane from the right to keep right
in Chicago.
1960 west.
Like it's insane. Like it's actually unbearable. I don't know if I'm just not used to it anymore, but like the cold weather out here is literally unbearable, man. It's bad. Oh no,
we're the next one, turn left.
Never mind, we are not going that way. We are going left. My bad. Actually, I think this cat scale is where I go get E85 at, to be honest with you. This actually might not be that bad. And like we're at like half a tank, and this is technically like race weight. This is actually perfect. So like we're gonna get an accurate reading on how much this car weighs race weight on this current setup. Obviously, I gotta go ahead and remove the rear seats. Oh, this guy. Hell yeah. Sounds good, brother. All right, so it's on the scales right now. We'll see how much it weighs. I think I was actually standing on the scale, so it might be a little bit off, unfortunately, but not by much. But we'll see what this thing weighs. If it reads like 3,500 pounds, then we know it's capped. So it should be 34, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking 34. Half of my weight was on it, but on accident. But we shall see. All right, so I just left the weigh station, and let's just say I am incredibly surprised with how much this car weighs, man. I'm telling you right now, I cannot wait to go ahead and do some more weight reduction mods, because this car, honestly, it keeps surprising me. That's all I'm gonna say. It keeps surprising me. Whew. Got some nice weather outside too. It's warm, but it's not like too hot. Nice cruising weather. There's actually kind of a lot of Mustangs out today too. All right. We might end up hitting traffic in a couple of minutes, because this is now going to be a one lane, unfortunately. I can already tell. I'm gonna hit you guys up when we're back at the casa. All right, so I just got the results, and this car has completely blown me away, man. I was not prepared for this. Honestly, it makes me so much more excited to go ahead and do some weight reduction. And honestly, it does make sense with the power that it did go ahead and put down on the dyno officially. Again, it's always better that the horsepower reads low. It's always better that, you know, the car either weighs more or weighs less depending on how much horsepower it makes. But let's go and take a look at this. So as you guys can see here, the car weighs 3240, which is incredibly light. I was expecting this thing to be at least 200, at the very least, you know, 160 pounds heavier, but 3240 for its current configuration is actually insane. Now, I think half of my body was on the scale, but I don't think it really counted because this is making sense, honestly. 3240, that's how much the new Edge weighs, and I'm super happy with it. Really, really happy with it. So like, as you can see, man, like this thing is, it's full street setup, legitimately. And it weighs 3220, and it has the Cobra brakes on here, which are probably heavier than the stock brakes. S197 seats, full interior, got the door sound, but this is literally a certified street car, and it's pretty light, which is nuts. Really, really happy with it. I gotta weigh the 350 to be honest with you. I know this thing is heavy. Well, not quote unquote heavy, but it's S550 heavy. You know what I'm saying? The new Edge is far lighter. This is probably like 3,800 pounds, but God, man, I'm really, really, really happy with this car's performance. So if you guys are thinking about going ahead and getting a new Edge, definitely go ahead and do it. Now, by simply just swapping out the wheels and tires for some welds and some lighter, obviously, tires, and going ahead and getting some brakes, preferably, you know, TBM, this is gonna be a 3,000 pound car on the dot. Maybe even less if I do go ahead and take out the rear seats. But honestly, I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is, man. I think only thing I'm gonna do is change out the wheels, might go with a lighter tire technically, and definitely go ahead and swap out to some different brakes. Now, I'm not too sure if I'm gonna do TBMs, because of the fact that it is already pretty light. I could literally just get some aerospace brakes on here and keep it a little bit more streetable, but for the most part, I'm super happy with this car. The weight is way down, and this is with the heavy rep wheels on the car. That's what I don't understand. Like, these wheels are not light at all, and this thing is 3240. But, you know, it's in the fact that this is taking out a lot of cars way out of its weight class. It's running a lot harder than, honestly, I thought it would be, and I know probably a lot of you guys did too. The weight is kind of making sense, and you know, for high 600 horsepower car, this thing is it's putting this to work. Now, this is also kind of proof that tubular suspension does make a massive difference. This has the K member, it's got the control arms that I went ahead and replaced in the car as well. So it does have some suspension components, but nothing insane. It's still full-on street car, and it's pretty damn light for having some regular ass wheels on here. So, man, this is something that I needed to know, and I know a lot of you guys are probably curious as well, because I was expecting, like I said, 3,400 pounds, but this is pretty crazy. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Deuces.